The tech empire was not built on generic ideas. It began in dark coding rooms with absolute obsession. While traditional bankers doubted his vision, the young programmer worked until his eyes bled. True wealth creation demands that you execute massive strategic moves. He merged early digital banking platforms under intense market pressure. He risked everything to conquer the initial financial framework of the internet. Venture capital fields are filled with soft promises, but the ultimate tycoon operates with sheer mathematical violence. He absorbed competitor domains, forced corporate structural changes, and walked away with hundreds of millions. To build a global business dynasty, you must reinvest your entire net worth into impossible infrastructure. When you own the electric grids and the spaceports, the world has to comply. Massive software systems secure market dominance before regulators can react. They turn complex digital code into physical industrial weapons. It is not about minor innovation. It is about total platform capture. Look at the advanced orbital terminals, flashing with real-time telemetry packets. International satellite constellations are deployed at lightning speed. By the time the public realizes the orbital monopoly is consolidated. Gigantic manufacturing plants assemble thousands of automated vehicles under cold graphite ceilings. The modern industrialist dictates modern transport infrastructure. If you own the factory, you own the future of transit. The tech visionary walks through an immense glass facility surrounded by elite defense contractors. Permanent dynastic power relies on multiplanetary engineering goals and unbreakable high-level state contracts. Deep mining facilities extract raw battery minerals around the clock. Autonomous heavy haulers move massive lithium components under dark, stormy horizons. Raw material capture is the absolute foundation of tech dominance. Sovereign capital allocators monitor global satellite downlinks on massive curved screens. They ignore standard market noise. Their focus remains locked on controlling the primary telecommunication network of modern human civilization. Executing a transcontinental manufacturing rollout requires good strategic ruthlessness behind closed doors. Elite hardware teams sign multi-billion agreements. They restructure supply chains, destroying local manufacturing within a month. Massive aerospace hangars operate through the darkest nights. Real rocket manufacturing never stops for political opinions. While fiat currencies inflate, heavy physical launch infrastructure holds its ultimate leverage across the world. Sovereign wealth funds pour massive capital into proprietary rocket engineering networks. Volatility in supply lines destroys minor aerospace firms. But for the core monopoly, it represents an opportunity to squeeze competitors out. Inside intense governmental committee hearings, the tech billionaire faces intense legal scrutiny with absolute indifference. He knows sovereign states rely on his satellites. True power belongs to those who control logistics. Advanced microchip testing labs develop the underlying architecture for autonomous intelligence networks. Robotic claws lift silicon wafers at extreme precision. Controlling these microchip pipelines means dictating the future of corporate tech. Private merchant syndicates structure massive private funding rounds for the aerospace empire. Standard equity markets cannot fund this scale. You need specialized sovereign credit lines to finance interplanetary expansion infrastructure. As markets suffer geopolitical disruption, dynastic capital flees into private infrastructure. They purchase automated grids and satellite arrays. This capital rotation is massive and final. Autonomous spaceport complexes function flawlessly under blazing night searchlights. Real industrial empires do not rely on media hype. They are built on massive hardware networks that launch physical assets into orbit. Look at the retail investors tracking speculative tech stocks as they crash to zero. They bought the marketing and lost. Permanent wealth demands that you own the physical gigafactories before the panic peaks. Heavy lithium blocks are transported into robotic assembly zones by autonomous machinery. Tycoons secure their physical material lines from deep pits to grid. Tangible production infrastructure outlasts any paper currency crash. Your family enterprise must build an impenetrable tech moat. Identify the ultimate bottleneck in your market sector and secure it. Controlling that primary bottleneck ensures your business empire dictates international prices. Proprietary corporate aircraft cut through stormy skies, transporting high-level aerospace dealmakers. Total mobility is non-negotiable. When an international manufacturing corridor changes, you must land on site immediately. Dozens of autonomous heavy robots weld titanium vehicle chassis with absolute cinematic speed. Deep automation eliminates human operational error and slashes manufacturing costs. Proprietary industrial robotics guarantee market lead. At private executive dinners, international tech tycoons discuss global orbit allocations in quiet whispers. They coordinate launch frequencies and global spectrum access. This high-level coordination builds a good orbital cartel. High-tech security compounds utilize advanced infrared biometric scanners to safeguard core propulsion secrets. The physical security of your research data must match the hostile nature of international corporate espionage. Elite tech founders negotiate massive satellite joint ventures on private ocean vessels. Raw material costs are climbing rapidly. Controlling global satellite bandwidth ensures your industrial empire remains highly profitable across decades. Corporate intelligence operatives move through dark data centers, mapping competitor infrastructure vulnerabilities. They locate the exact system weakness to execute a takeover. In the technology arena, intelligence is absolute power. Network rooms monitor global orbital coverage across vast digital displays. Controlling real communication means controlling digital trade. Elite dynasties prioritize these key assets for permanent market leverage. Advanced gigafactories process green power arrays at maximum machine efficiency. Capital is consolidating into smart physical industry at an incredible pace. It is a technological defense against fiat currency collapse. Massive autonomous drone ships navigate rough seas, capturing multi-million-dollar rocket boosters. Paper assets can dissolve overnight, but a fleet of proprietary aerospace recovery vessels commands real global industrial weight. Establish a military operations center with real-time, global logistics tracking. Visualizing your supply grid allows you to bypass transport bottlenecks before they damage your financial returns. Industrial carbon fiber vaults utilize automated machinery to organize critical semiconductor components. High-security storage protocols protect these strategic materials from global instability. This represents absolute hardware dominance. Hostile corporate takeovers are executed without warning by elite private equity raiders. They seize control of asset-heavy targets and replace incompetent executives. The technology market rewards only the most aggressive planners. Blazing industrial propellant stacks illuminate the night sky as chemical vessels navigate narrow straits. Heavy aerospace manufacturing is the absolute foundation of modern capital. Position your wealth at the core. In premium auditoriums, chief executives demonstrate aggressive interplanetary colonization timelines to silent venture partners. The capital rotation into heavy hardware has begun. The slow will fund their next cycle. Automated gigafactories move massive steel battery blocks with absolute robotic efficiency. Intense security lasers protect the industrial perimeter. The technological elite are consolidating complete control over the physical world's materials. A custom carbon fiber terminal tracks the soaring market share of an orbital communications monopoly. Confirming a massive transcontinental funding round requires vast liquid capital, perfect timing, and total strategic ruthlessness. Immense industrial rail systems transfer critical mineral inputs directly into automated tech facilities. The heavy glass gates of the corporate headquarters lock automatically. The physical empire is secure while paper devalues. The advanced industrial tech crest is carved deep into polished dark granite architecture. It represents an unbreakable dynasty of global market control. The vertical breakout lines prove their absolute technological dominance. The tech visionary looks down from his penthouse at a massive, glowing, futuristic industrial metropolis. The system is chaotic, but his dynasty is secure. True market dominance comes from owning the physical framework of civilization.